I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. It is Tuesday, so I'm here to critique one of your original paintings or drawings. If you have an original painting or drawing that you would like to submit for critique, head over to my website, lachri.com/critiques. That link is below in the video description, like always, and you can submit your work there. If you would like advice sometime within the next 2 to 3 years, because there is a very long waiting list right now, you can head over to either our Facebook or our Google Plus pages. I have links to both of those in the video description, and there are other artists there who would be happy to give you some tips. This week's submission comes from artist Jay Hunt. You can visit more of his work over at his website. That link is below in the video description, and I strongly recommend you check his website out. The work there, oh my gosh, it is phenomenal. I love it's a very stylized. I mean, when you look through all of his paintings, you can tell who they're done by. They're very unique. They've got certain elements that are just typical throughout all of his pieces. They tie together very well. Really nice work on his portfolio there. Watch the critique first, then go check out his website. For this one of my favorite things about this painting is that foreground, that purple and teal and the shadows and detailing. Everything you've done here, it blends together so well. I love especially that area. Beautiful work. I've only got 2 tips for you on possibly improving this one. The first would be to brighten up the background, especially the background. Hype up the contrast there. Right now it's very muddy, it's very dull. If you brighten that up, it's going to draw the viewer in that much more. My next tip is on the water. You've left this solid white, or maybe it's a pale gray, but it's so pale, it actually, my attention is being drawn too much to that zone. It actually feels a lot like you've not finished that section, like it's just waiting to be painted in. And you did that on a couple of your other paintings, and I know those were not what you submitted for critique, but you did this on a couple of other paintings. One, you've got these rockets going off, and there's white coming, like straight flat white coming behind those, and that offset the white of the water in that painting. But in this painting, it is the only area that you've got this super bright white, and my eye is just being drawn too much to that area, so I'm not really enjoying as much as I could the rest of the piece. And an easy thing you can do just to tone it down a little, because I get that you want this to be bold. This is not intended to be a realistic landscape, but one thing that you can do, which you've done on a lot of your other paintings, is create a bit of a gradient there, so you've got some more color, and it makes it very obvious that you intended for that to be this way, that it's not just unfinished. But it also softens a little bit so that your eye flows a little bit more naturally throughout the rest of the painting. It was a super short critique, but seriously guys, check out his work. This is a really good example of someone who's created a definite style. You look at every one of these pieces and you can tell that they're his, not just because of the subject matter, but because the way that he paints the clouds, the way that he paints the trees and the water. Everything ties together really nicely. This is a great example of a very definite style. Hey, have you subscribed yet? If not, I have a handy button right there. It's round, has an orange arrow going to it. If you click on that, that'll help you to keep up to date with all 5 of my new art videos every single week. I'll see you guys tomorrow.